Hello everyone. Welcome to Talendtech Solution, talent scenario based questions. So today we are going to go through this question. So where we are going to load multiple files with same column structure or schema into one single table using one job, right? Let's get on with it. So this is the job that we have. What we are going to do is we are going to use tfile list component, which is going to help us to read all the files based on the mask that we are going to give here. So if you see this job, so this job has, I have this folder, right? Inside this folder, basically I have these many files. So I've just purposely kept one extra file. So what I'm doing is I have three files here. So employee one, employee two, employee three. So if I show you the data, this is the data in those files. So I have employee one file, employee two file, and employee three file. So if you see, right, this job is going to work when you have same column structure in all the three files. So if you have such scenarios where you have multiple files with same structure, and you can set it with client and decide on the file name as well. So in this case, what we have done, we have kept emp as constant in all the file names, right? So what we are going to do is we are going to use the functionality of tfile list, right? So we are going to give this folder and then we are going to give the file mask as emp star. So here the star means anything can come after that. So you can have employee one, two, three, or whatever, right? Whatever file name that starts with emp, that it will take from this particular folder. So once it does that, right? So any input component needs the exact file path. So what we are going to do is, since our tmap is going to pick up the file from here and one file at a time, we are going to use the variable that is given by tfile list. So this is that variable. So what does this variable give and where does it comes from? So you can always come here. If you come to any tfile list component, within this outline section, you will have the variables that are present here. Okay. So a tfile list can give you these many variables. So it can give you just the file name if you want to. It can give you the file name with the path. This is what we are going to use in our case. And then it can also give you extension directory and all other stuffs. Right. So we are going to make use of this path. So you can just directly drag and drop it. Right. This is something that you can drag and drop it and you're going to get that. So this will give me the path of each file which it is going to pick up. So tfile list, what it does, it goes under iteration mode. So this will pick up one file, pass that file path and whole this string here, and this will read that file. So if you see in all the files, we have same comma separator, we have one header, and we have two columns. So that we have already specified and fixed with business. Now what you can do is you can use this tmap if you want to do any column mapping. If you don't want to do, you can directly load the data into your table as well. In our case, we have not done anything. We are just pulling the data here. So this is just a sample for you. If you come to this component here, what we are doing, since in this type of jobs, right, you are going to take the data one file at a time and load it. So let's say in this case, I have three files, right? So it will take the pick up one file, give that file path here, it will read the data and load the data here, right? So that's why we usually use it as the default mode. You mostly won't give any other option here, or you can just give like create table if it does not exist, right? That's for your first run. But if you use any other method, if you use drop, it is going to fail because it's not going to fail actually, but then you will only have the data of the last run, because for the first run it will drop the table, for the second run, it will again drop the table. So what's loaded in the first will not be there, right? So you cannot use this option. Drop table if exist cannot be used. Clear table also cannot be used. Truncate also cannot be used. So in this case, you can either keep it default, or if the table is not there, you can keep table, create table if it does not exist. That's the only two options that you can keep. Because if you keep create table also, it will try to create the table again, which again is going to be faulty. For the first file run it will be able to, but for second the file will already be existing, it will again throw an error. So you can either keep it default or you can keep it create table if it does not exist. Rest all are your parameters. You can use tdb connection as well to pass on all of these. Right now I have just hard coded them here, right? And now if I run this job, it is going to be super quick. So let me just add a t sleep here in between. so that I can actually show you that yes, it's picking up one file at a time. Just quickly take a T sleep, and here I'll make it wait for, let's say, 2 seconds so that we can see how it performs and how it runs. So if you see this job now, and I'll quickly show you my table as well. So right now in my table, I don't have any data. It's a blank table. Now, if I go here and run the job, you will be able to see how the job is doing. It is going to take first execution, pick up the file, two rows are loaded. Then again, it is going to pick up second file, then third file, and that's it. I had only three files, so it's done, right? So if I now go back and show you in my table, the data, I have all the six records. So in each file, I had two, first file, second file, and third file. So that's how you can load a job where you have multiple files with same schema column structure into one single table. That's it for today. Thank you guys.